Relying on clarity. Chapter 4. The emphasis on points of view is replaced with the ease of relying on clarity, and we begin to live a more fulfilling and satisfying life. We find a powerful intelligence that is only available in clarity. When we stop for a moment and consider our life, how much of it has been running from one experience to another, hoping to find some kind of comfort. An example of this might be getting up in the morning. We don't feel good, or we feel foggy, so we run for a cup of coffee or some kind of experience to change how we feel. Then we look at the people we live with and start thinking about their shortcomings, or we feel guilty because we're thinking about their shortcomings and try to relieve ourselves of that by being nice to them, and so on. By the time we have to go to work, we're already exhausted. We have to face all these people that we have absolutely no control over and usually can't get along with. Not knowing what to do, we essentially feel powerless and helpless. All day at work, we're thinking about somewhere else we'd rather be. When we do get off work, it might not be any better. We think, I'll have a drink or a joint, or I'll watch TV or go to a movie or try out that new restaurant, all the time seeking a positive experience. Then, of course, there's always sex. Nothing else is working, so how about our old standby to provide a moment of complete relief? We may have controlled, avoided, become attached to or reacted to people, places, things and circumstances in an attempt to find happiness. We may have isolated ourselves and avoided contact with people or circumstances, hoping problems would go away. We may have juggled points of view, hoping they would provide relief. These may include relationships, romance, work, entertainment, food, money, sex, alcohol, and other drugs. No matter what we did, we never found the complete and long-lasting relief that was sought. We may have found that emphasizing our points of view provided only temporary relief and never provides permanent well-being. We can test in our experience that it is possible to gain confidence in clarity and to rely on its inherent wisdom, love, and happiness, rather than on point of view. By the power of short moments of clarity, many times it becomes automatic, and we find relief from focusing on points of view. True compassion for ourselves and others. Positive, negative, and neutral points of view seem to have a power of their own. Moreover, the assumption is that our well-being is dependent on these points of view. This causes turmoil and confusion because we are constantly trying to emphasize points of view that we assume will make our situation better. When we emphasize points of view, we believe they are powerful in their own right. To instinctively rely on clarity is to know that points of view have their origin in clarity and do not have a separate, independent nature. All points of view are the dynamic energy of clarity. To constantly emphasize points of view is to choose between one and another by accepting or rejecting one over the other. We decide there are some points of view we want to keep and others we want to avoid. This throws us into wanting to hold on to positive points of view and to get rid of negative points of view, neither of which is possible. It is important to understand the dynamic of belief in point of view, so we will be able to rely on clarity when points of view appear and not be blindsided by them. When we emphasize points of view, we suffer from our assumption that they have independent power. It is difficult to gain confidence in clarity until it is specifically understood how the process of emphasizing points of view works in our own day-to-day experience. By relying on clarity, we give up the right to be a victim of point of view. When short moments of clarity are repeated many times, the recognition of clarity becomes automatic and uninterrupted. It is found to be stable in itself. By the power of clarity, we are not distracted by trying to control the flow of points of view. Then, when the recognition of clarity slips away, we simply repeat it again. Short moments, repeated many times, leads to assurance and clarity. Rely on clarity. The emphasis on points of view is replaced with the ease of relying on clarity, and we begin to live a more fulfilling and satisfying life. We find powerful intelligence that is only available in clarity. It is important to understand that all points of view are appearances of clarity. Points of view are unpredictable, countless, and ceaseless, arising spontaneously as the display of clarity. Whatever our own circumstantial points of view may be, it is possible for us to rely on clarity and no longer be disturbed by their appearance. We begin to learn the basic premise of relying on clarity rather than emphasizing points of view. We do this for short moments, many times, until it becomes spontaneous. We find that the solution to trying to control the unpredictable flow of points of view is our fundamental capacity to rely on clarity. Natural heartfelt benefit. The more confidence we gain in clarity, the more we are able to be of profound benefit in all circumstances, but it doesn't require any effort. So, what do we want? A life based on the confusion of believing that points of view have an independent nature, or a life grounded in the clarity and ease of the basic state. There will never be a point we reach where we feel we have satisfied ourselves or anyone else, because the whole game of trying to find happiness and satisfaction by rearranging our points of view is like trying to find a drink of water in a mirage, constantly looking for something that can never be found. It's a matter of what we choose and what we place as a priority above all else. If we keep placing personal wants and all our ideas about what we need to make us happy as a priority, then we'll spend our whole life on that hamster wheel, always seeking after the next point of view we think will bring us happiness. Permanent well-being and ease in all circumstances will never be found in rearranging the circumstances and descriptions of our lives. One of the things to ask ourselves is, where have my ideas led me? Do I have complete peace of mind at all times? Am I living a life that is of great benefit to myself and others? In each moment, we can either choose to emphasize clarity or not. Relying on clarity for short moments, many times, rather than relying on conventional expectations, provides real sustenance. This will provide us something we can always count on, no matter what kind of situation we are in. Short moments, many times.